Okay, in this video I'm going to be tying the Shad Intruder. This is a fly that is somewhat reminiscent of a steelhead fly called the Intruder. Not quite the same fly, but it definitely looks a lot like it, or similar to it. So I call it the Shad Intruder. It's definitely scaled down in size to target shad. Great looking fly. It is essentially just a double soft hackle fly. In the vise I have a Daiki 1710 in a size 8. That is a 2x long hook. And I'm going to be tying this with a dark brown 8/0 uni thread. We want to start probably 2 eye lengths behind the eye, and the reason is we're going to be tying in some bead chain at the end. So start about 2 eye lengths from behind the eye, and then just bring your thread down to the barb. Alright, so we've extended our thread back to the barb. Next, what we're going to do is take some pink craft yarn, and what I'm going to do is just start to fray some fibers off of that, or you're just trying to pull some individual fibers off the thread, because we're going to use that to dub a small bump on the back of the fly. So get a good amount of dubbing off of that craft yarn, and feel free to use anything that's pink. I like craft yarn because it's cheap and I have it. And right at the butt of the fly, we're just going to build up a nice little bump. That's pretty good. Next, we want to take a white soft hackle. White or a cream. This one's a little stained, so I usually take one from kind of underneath the patch. You don't need a super long soft hackle. This is just a hen's patch. Something about like that. I'm going to go ahead and prepare this. Okay, so I have my soft hackle prepared, and I'm going to tie it in at the tip. I'm just going to lay the tip on top of the fly. Give my bobbin a little spin, helps, counterclockwise. And then just capture the couple loose wraps there, and then you can kind of readjust the tip up on top. Something like that. Make another tight turn there, and then I like to fold up that tip and capture it with 1 or 2 wraps, and then you can trim away the excess. I'm just going to take my hackle pliers and make this a little easier, since I broke off the end of the stem of this particular soft hackle. And I'm just going to make probably 1 to 2 wraps here. Actually, before I make the wraps, I'm going to go ahead and stroke all my fibers back, all my barbs back. And then make 1 to 2 wraps. Just watch out for the barb. Stroking your fibers back as you go. Yeah, and I think I am going to do a second wrap here, like a little bit thicker tail. That looks pretty good. And then I'll capture the hackle. and snip away the excess. Go ahead and make a couple of wraps in front of that, a couple tight wraps. That'll help kind of splay those barbs. And what you end up with is a nice kind of umbrella shaped tail that's being propped up by that pink puff of yarn, and from the rear you can clearly see that pink puff kind of as an attractor. Alright, for our ribbing we're going to use some medium oval tinsel, and I'm just going to cut off about 6 inches of that. And I like to tie it in at the butt, leave enough tag to make it back up to the tie-in point. Do some loose wraps on the way up. And then some tighter wraps closer to touching turns on the way back down. And that'll just help keep it consistent with the body. Bring that all the way back to that white hackle, and then we can kind of park our ribbing there for a moment. Alright, for the body I'm going to be using some pink tinsel, and I like to pull off about 18 inches, maybe 2 feet of this. And then I fold it in half. Fold it in half again. And then fold it in half one more time against or around your thread. And then capture it with your thread. And we'll go ahead and advance our thread just shy of the tie-in point. And go ahead and start wrapping your body with that tinsel. And again, we just want to stop just short of our tie-in point, leave enough room for our next soft hackle, and capture that. Tinsel with our thread, and snip away the excess. Next, we're just going to go ahead and wrap our ribbing. And capture that with our thread. And snip away the excess. Probably enough there to do another fly. Snip away our tag here. And to protect that body and the ribbing, I like to hit it with a little Sally Hansen's. So we'll just let that dry. our Sally Hansen's is dry. Next I'm going to build up another kind of puff of color with that pink craft yarn. So just again pull some individual fibers, just fray those fibers. That's what you're trying to do here. And we'll use that as dubbing around our thread. And we'll just build up a pink bump. It looks pretty good. It doesn't need to be huge. I'm just going to advance our thread forward and kind of build up a thread base so it'll make tying in the hackle a little easier. For the hackle, I'm going to be using some speckled hen here. This is kind of a grayish brown. I like it a lot, very natural looking. And you basically want something long enough to kind of come back to the hook bend. You definitely don't want it any longer than the length of the tail. This tail might be a little long compared to most flies I tie. Not much longer, but we'll try to get it close. So probably a larger hackle here. Looks good. Those end fibers look like they're probably long enough. So I'm going to go ahead and prepare this feather by stripping away all the fluff on the bottom. Alright, I have my feather prepared, and as you can see I've got a large tip here. There's probably enough here to tie a smaller fly, but I'm really interested in these longer barbs at the back for this particular size fly. So I am going to tie it in tip first, even though there's quite a lot of tip there. And again, try to capture that on top of the fly. A couple loose wraps, and then maybe one or two tighter wraps. And then I'm just going to lift that tip up. If it wants to roll on you, just take your time. And capture that stem. A couple wraps, and then trim away that excess tip. Next I'm just going to stroke my hackle fibers back to the back of the fly. Sometimes if you wet your fingers, that helps. Really just trying to fold it across the stem towards the rear of the fly. And then we'll just go ahead and wrap. And I like these sparse, so I generally only take a single wrap, but it depends on the feather. I think that's probably fine. If you like them a little thicker, you probably could take a second wrap, but I like them very sparse. Just going to peel off those bottom hackle fibers that I'm not going to need. Just makes capturing a little easier. If it wants to roll on you, just take your time. Looks pretty good. And snip away our excess. And again, I'm just going to take a couple tight wraps in front of that soft hackle, and that just kind of helps everything splay open. And you know, again, the pink puff helps kind of create that umbrella shape as well. It looks pretty good. advance my thread forward and just kind of build up a little bit thicker thread base here. And I'm going to go ahead and tie in some bead chain eye. I've got some pink bead chain, but you can use whatever color you want or just stick to the brass or black. And you want to capture your eyes and try not to capture any of those hackle fibers, which is sometimes easier said than done. Again, sometimes it helps just to stroke those fibers back. Just wet your fingers and stroke them back to get them out of your way. Ultimately, just take your time, and if you grab one or two, you can always snip them away. Flip it over and build some shoulders. Seem to be pretty tight. Do some shoulders on top. Alright, looks like it caught maybe one hackle fiber there, so I'll just trim it away. And just whip finish. We'll snip away our thread. And that is the Shad Intruder. As you can see, kind of the similar profile to the big steelhead flies. Definitely not the exact same fly, but definitely reminiscent of it. And just like any soft hackle fly, these are great for targeting shad. Great looking fly.